Hello everyone, welcome once again to Elite Creations. Today's project is going to be a water lily. Okay, we are going to be needing a few templates for this flower, even though it's small, but we were going to be needing this one. This is for the petals. It's 7 centimeters high. We're also going to be needing this rectangular piece, which is 13 centimeter wide. This is going to be our center piece for the water lily. We're also going to be making the leaves. This is a template for the leaves, but I'll show you guys how to do that one. And then we're also going to be using this circle, which is where we're going to glue the petals of our water lily on. This one I would say is about, let me see that since I'm a ruler. All right, let's see. This one is about 6 centimeters wide also. Okay, so those are the templates that we'll be using for our water lily. And like I always say, if you guys would like to purchase any of my templates to make any of my flowers, you may feel free to please send me a message and I will definitely help you with that information. Okay, so we will be needing 16 of the petals for the water lily. We are going to be using today this color of paper, slime green color, to make the water lily. We're also going to be using this green, this lighter green, for our leaf. Okay. And of course, we're going to be using the cardstock paper, which is number 65. You can find it in any of your craft stores. Also, for the center of our water lilies, today we are going to be using another type of paper, which is the crepe paper. Okay. You can also find these in your craft stores, and they look like this once you take them out. They look like another version of tissue paper, just a little harder. Okay, those are the papers that we will be using today for our water lily. So let's start off with making the petals for the water lilies. Like I told you, this is centimeters high, and we will be needing 16 petals for the water lilies. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I do with the petals. We're gonna take one of the petals. Once they're cut out, just draw it on the piece of paper, cut it out, and once they're cut out, we will take it and make a slit down the middle. I would say you could cut about at least 1.5 centimeters, or if you know what, let's make it easier like this. Let's say a little more than 1/2 inch. Okay, right down the middle, and I'll show you. Okay, it's gonna have these two little flaps, like if it's little legs. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one. Okay, all right, and once we have them cut out, we are going to put a drop of glue on the left hand corner of the left flap. Okay, now before I put the glue on, I'm going to show you, like I tell you in my other videos, when you're making petals and you cut in the middle to overlap the flaps in the back to give them this little I want to say like an in-depth type of in the middle. I will show you what it is. That makes the petal either stay flat or straight up. In this case, as you can see, the water lilies, the petals are straight up. So the more you bring in the petal, you overlapping it, well, in the bottom, the higher the petal goes. I'm gonna show you before I glue it on. Okay, Here's the petal. And then we're going to glue the petal down here. And then we're going to overlap it like this. Put it one on top of the other. Okay? And see, the more you bring it in, the higher the petal goes. Okay? The less is out, the lower it goes. Okay? I'll show you. The more you bring it in, the higher the petal goes. You leave it not as much in, the petal goes down. In this case, we're going to go as far as it can because we need the petal to be high. Okay? So I'm going to put glue here. I'm going to show you in the corner. I don't know if you can see the little bit of glue I put there in the corner. And then we're going to take it. Okay? We're going to take the other little lip here and put it over the glue and bring it in as high as you can. Okay? And just glue it on. And of course, I use my glue gun. You can use whatever type of glue you feel comfortable with. I personally prefer the glue gun. See how high it goes? That's how high we need it for the water lily petals. Okay? Let's go ahead and do the same thing with the other one. Oops. Okay. Bring it in. And it should look like this. Once you bring it in, okay, like I told you, as far as it goes in, and then you just hold it in. That way the petal looks like a chair, basically. Okay. All right. So I went ahead and I did the others. So now we have 16 petals for the water lily. Okay. Now, to start a water lily, like I told you, we are going to need a piece of the cardstock paper. Okay, this one is different. Just because with the water lilies, you need to start off with this first before we put in our a cardboard piece, because we're going to be needing to put the leaf first on the cardboard, then put it all together. So we need to start off the water lily on a simple cardstock piece of paper. You could use a piece of the same paper you're gonna use, or whatever you have left, because it's just to put on. So this is why I'm using this one right here. Okay, this is how we start. We take one of our leaves, okay, and we're gonna put glue basically on the bottom of the chair, okay, like this. You can see the glue, okay, and we are going to basically, from where the side that's in, that's where we're gonna start gluing our all petal for the water lily on the cardstock paper. Okay, hold it down as much as you can, and it should look like this. Okay, now we're going to put our next petal, which is going to be right across from the first petal we put on. Okay, right across, not on the side, right across. Okay, so let's take our other petal. I'm going to show you. Put glue on the bottom of the chair. And we're going to go right across from the other petal. Okay, try to even it out as much as you can. Okay, like this. Okay, that's how it should look. All right, we're going to do our third petal. Now we're going to go to the other side, the empty spots. And we're going to do the same thing right across. Okay. We're going to put our third one. And it's going to be right across from the other empty space. Make sure that you try to even out the spaces as much as you can evenly. Right? So it should look like this right now. Okay. And now we're going to put the other petal, the fourth petal, right across from that one, from the third one. Okay, right across. Okay, so right now it should be looking like this. Okay, like 4 chairs across from each other, right, evenly. Okay, now we're going to continue with the other petal. And we're going to put it in one of the open white spaces. Okay? We're going to start putting all of them And if you notice, it will overlap with the other two, and that's just quite fine. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to show you. You see, the other petal that we just put on is overlapping the other two. It's like sitting, it's on top of the other two. And that's just fine. That's what we want. Okay. Now we're going to put the other one right across from that one. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, here we go. Like this. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put the other ones on. Just like that. The other open spaces. Okay. And like this. Now we have one more open space. Okay. And we're going to put the other petal there. Okay. So if you did it correctly right now, you should have this going on. Okay. Like this. All together. Okay. Now we're going to start putting our other lilies, petals for the water lily. And we're going to start with putting it in between one of the openings from here, from the other petals, okay? So if we're going to start up here, we're going to put it here, and then of course we're going to put the other one across from that one, okay? All right, so here we go. Right like this. Okay, like this. Okay, now we're gonna put the other one on across from that one. Okay, should look like that. See, the other one is across. Now we're gonna put another one on again. Make it look like a lowercase t. Okay. All right. Like this. Now we're going to put the other one across from that one. Right. So right now it should be looking like this inside. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put the rest of our petals on. You know what? There was one here that I didn't do. Let's do that one. Okay. Put it on here. Forgot to put that one. Oops. Alright, well that one dries, I'll put on the other ones. Okay. And we'll do the same process for the rest of the petals. We'll across. Should look like that. Okay. This one has a little bit of the pencil mark. Let me see. Let me take it out. I always try to keep an eraser handy, but I didn't have one at the moment right now, so I'll just use the one from the pencils, which is why I don't like using the one from the pencils, because sometimes it leaves a mark on it, but I just did it lightly. It's fine now. See? No pencil mark. Okay. So now we're going to glue this one again across from the one that we just put on. Okay. Okay, should look like that. And now we'll put the last two on. The same thing. Okay, it should look like this inside. And we'll put our last piece now across from that one. Okay. Okay, so it should look like this now. All the petals are on. Okay, now we're going to do the centerpiece for this one. Okay, we're going to take the piece of crepe paper that we measured into our rectangle. Okay. And we're going to cut little strips, but just halfway down. Okay. The reason why I'm going to use regular scissors today, and I'm not going to use my other scissors that has like 5 blades, is because we need smaller strips on this than the regular ones. So I'll go ahead and just singly go down halfway down and cut it. Okay. Make sure it's just halfway down. Okay. Halfway. This paper is a little more fine, obviously, than the other ones, so I have to be a little more careful with it. Okay. Okay. We're done with that one. Okay. So it should be looking like this once you have it all. See, a little. Okay. Now, what I do is I use, since this is a smaller one, I use a bamboo skewer. Obviously, I use the other end so I don't get hurt. Just be careful with this. Okay. And I start rolling it in from the bottom that's not cut. Okay. So I just take it, put it on, and then just roll it in with the bamboo skewer. Okay. Now it helps you roll it in, because you know, with sometimes with our fingers is a little harder, especially me because I have chunkier fingers. So once it's rolled in like this, I just continue rolling it in. Okay, if you want to add a little bit of glue to hold it, you can. Now go ahead and I'll just put it on. Okay, now just roll it all in. Roll it, roll it. See, I'm rolling it in like this. Roll it all in. Okay. I've just felt the glue and it's a little dry, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish rolling it in like this. Rolling it all in. Okay. See? There's a little bit left. So now I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge here. So once I finish rolling it in, it'll stay on. Okay. Okay. And now I have it there. So if you did it correctly, you should have a little centerpiece like this. Okay. Once it's dry, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue in the bottom. Like this, down here. Okay. This. Now I'm going to take my water lily and I'm going to put this right smack in the middle of it. Okay, and hold it down as much as you can so it can glue on. Okay. Okay. Right, and then I open it up a little bit if you'd like. Okay, and it should look like this. Alright, so we got that part done. Now we're going to put on our leaf, and this is how we do it, okay? Before we do that, let's prepare our back side, okay, for our water lily. Like this. It will look like this, okay? As you can see on this one, I'm not going to put it any wire or any paper clip or anything to hang it. It's just going to be so it could sit like this, okay? Or if you want to tape it up, you could do it. If you want to hang it up, of course you can go right ahead and add the wire with a paper clip. Do the same process that I do in all of my other flowers, or you could look it up in one of my videos, which is to prepare the backing of my flowers. Okay, so let's prepare the backing for the water lily. Okay, I already went ahead and I cut out the cover with the same green that I'm going to use for my leaf. And I also cut out the edge, a little strip. Okay. I think I cut it too thick, but it's whatever. I eyeballed it, so it's fine. I just cut off whatever it's remaining. Okay, so I'm gonna start first with doing the edge. Okay, like I said, I usually put not too much glue because the glue tends to dry very quickly. Since this is a smaller backing, I did not cut out 2 strips. I only did 1 because 1 will be enough for this small backing. Okay, if you want to cut out 2 just in case you mess one up, or you know, you feel more comfortable doing it that way, you may of course go right ahead and do that, but I only did 1 for this one. Okay, this is a smaller one. I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off with the glue, and I'll just press down on it. Okay, squeeze it in there, because remember, sometimes it could stay lifted up because of the thickness of the glue. Okay, all right, so once it's on there, I'll go ahead and cut the strip off, whatever is left. All right, and then let me see, I could probably put a little bit of glue here so it could stay. I'll just hold it down, and voila, our edge is done. Even though it's overlapping, like I said, I cut it out a little too thick, but it's okay. I'll just take my scissors and I'll go ahead and just cut it up. Okay, I just lay my scissor on the cardboard. I cut it up. Okay, like this. Alright. If you hear any noise in the background, I am very sorry. There's kitties in this house, so as much as you try to keep them quiet, you're gonna hear them. Okay, so I apologize for that. Okay. Okay, and any glue that you think is too thick also, and it's not gonna let you put on your backing correctly, go ahead and also take it off. Okay, and here we go. I did that already. Okay, so now, since I'm not going to put any wire or paper clip to hang it, I'm going to just go right ahead and add the backing to my cardboard. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue it, put glue on here, roll over. Okay, I have glue all over like this. Let's see. Okay, and now I'll just put the backing. Okay, I just press down on it. Excuse me. Okay, I flip it over. I press down on it to just, you know, to make sure it's on correctly. Once it's done, this one I think I cut it a little too big. See? But sometimes I do that just because, like I said, the thickness of the glue. Sometimes adding also the strip on the edge, you know, it could make it go a little outer than we need it. So I usually sometimes do cut it a little more so it could cover everything. I'll just go ahead and just cut it out. If you did cut it perfectly, evenly, good for you. All right. You have one less step than I do to do. Okay. Okay. Got that. Done. Okay. So we all did it correctly. The backing of our water lily should be looking like this. Okay. This edges is done. The backing is done. Now we have this part, which obviously we don't put anything on it because this is where we put some, well, if we're doing regular flower rose, this is where we glue on our petals, but here we're going to glue on our water lily. Okay. We're going to do the leaf for water lily now. Go ahead and get the paper. Alright, so in order to do the leaf, we're going to take one whole paper and we're going to do our special square that we make, okay, which is, we take the paper, okay, long side, and we're going to bring this corner down to the side, across, to make it into a square, okay, like this. Go like this, bring this side down, okay, across from it. And we're going to make this into a square. You'll see. See? Once you bring it down, it's going to look like a square after we cut off this rectangular part down here. Okay? So we cut it off. Once we flip it. Okay. Once you cut this piece off, we don't need this one, so you can get rid of that one or keep it for other projects. When you open it up, it looks like a square. See? Even sides. 4 even sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, but we're not gonna use the square. We're gonna we have to fold it, keep it like that, into a triangle. Okay. Now we're gonna take the long piece here, down here. We're gonna take the long corner here and bring it to the other long corner. Okay, so we're gonna fold it from one long corner to the other. Okay. I work with the paper. Remember, it's cardstock paper, so it's a little thicker than regular paper, obviously. Okay. All right, so now we have another triangle, just smaller. Okay, so we took our regular size and we folded it from one long corner to the other like this. Okay. All right, so now one moment. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so now that we have our triangle smaller, we are going to flip it over. Okay, we're going to have the long side up, and from the corner down here and up, we are going to draw. You could eyeball it. If you have the template, obviously you can use a template, but we're going to eyeball it at the moment just so you guys can see. We're going to make sort of a leaf. Okay, so we're going to start off from here, from one side, bring it up, and then from the other side, right across and bring it up. I'm show you. And make sure it's the corner that's right across from the long side, okay? From here to here, well, so you can give you an idea, you could about an inch or so, and that's when you can start drawing your leaf up, okay? Okay. When I have it ready, I'm gonna show you. Okay. Should look like this. Okay. Should look like this, and now we'll go ahead and cut it out. All right, so let's go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so if you did it correctly and you cut it out, you should have this shape. See, it looks like a leaf. And now when you open it up, it should look like this. Okay. All right. So now what we will do is with this leaf, we're going to grab our back that we just finished making. And we're going to glue this back on, the leaf on the back of our, that we just finished making. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put some glue here in the middle like this. And we're going to cover our backing with the leaf. Okay, put that on there. Press down, press down, press down. Okay. And it should look like this right now. Okay. Let me put some glue in this glue gun here. Let me melt it here a little bit so it could stick to the other side of my glue stick that's already in there. Hopefully it'll stay. Sometimes lately it hasn't been cooperating and it's been breaking off, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to take our water lily that we made. Okay, we're going to glue it on here. So let's put glue on the back of our water lily like this. Okay, like this. and we're gonna glue it right in the middle. Okay, so right now we should have something looking like this. Okay, we're almost there. Now we are going to take anything that you feel comfortable with. I'm going to use my little gadget here. You could use a pencil, you could use a glue stick, you could use a ruler, whatever it's easier for you. And we are going to fold in our 4 leaves. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. It should look like this. Okay, you can bring it in as much as you want. If you want it in to go in more, of course you're gonna go all the way to the inside of it and just bring it out. Okay, we're gonna be doing that now to all of our leaves. And once you're done, this is how it should look. Okay, pretty, right? And here's the other one. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to look at more of the work that I have done, you may follow me on my Instagram page, which is elite_creations_80. You may also follow me on my Facebook page and like my work that you see there, and that would be Elite Creations. And you, of course, obviously may follow me here on my YouTube channel. Just subscribe to it, and you will be seeing more of my videos that I will be making with more crafts that hopefully you would like and enjoy making with me. All right? Thank you for watching. Have a good night.